Hello, plant community. Thanks for tuning into Full of Foliage. Pam's here creating a safe space, showing lots of grace, sharing a lot of plant care, plant hauls, planty crafts, and the occasional shopping trips. Join me so that we can become planty friends, have fun, and possibly learn and grow. Hey guys, today I'm starting a new series called Plant, Fact, or Fiction. And I came up with this idea because of just me sharing my tips and tricks with you guys and letting you know what works best for me. But I also made a mention a few times, if you've been following me on my channel, my plant journey in general, I make a mention that sometimes what may work for me may not necessarily work for you and vice versa, because we have different growing conditions. We live in different parts of the world. So there's going to be different perspectives there. So I think this series is going to be something really fun, and I hope that it'll be something educational and just another platform where you guys can communicate with one another, because like I said, I love reading your thoughts, and I'm quite sure maybe some of you guys read each other's messages down below in the comment and can spark off another idea or maybe a healthier conversation. So today we're going to actually go over some plants that enjoy being root bound, or so we may think. But before we actually go into the show and tell aspect of this video, let's talk a little bit about the term root bound and how it affects our plants. And then I'll let you guys decide if it's the right way to go with growing your indoor jungle. Now, please keep in mind, if this seems like something that you like to see and hear, please show your support by first subscribing, giving those big thumbs up, commenting, and also sharing the video if you feel someone else can benefit from it. So let's just dive right in. Really quick, the term root bound, what does it mean? It's typically when the roots have outgrown your planter, your pot, your growing container, and basically the planter is filled with so many roots until the pot does not have lots of soil. Thus, some of its nutrients is depleted. Now, you usually see when plants are root bound, if you see roots coming up at the top of the soil, or even roots coming down through the drainage hole. Now, that is also hindsight, because I've also experienced cases where I've actually seen roots coming off at the top of the pot as well as the below the pot, and I'm thinking, oh, it's time for me to size this plant up. I pull it out, and nope, that's not the case. It just happened that maybe one or two vines made its way through the drainage hole. But you will know that the plant is really root bound once you see those roots actually wrapping itself around the soil or whatever the planting medium that you have. And that's when it's time to actually change the pot. Now, of course, on social media platforms, you'll hear the phrase that this plant or that plant loves being root bound. And you've actually heard me say it myself on my channel, and particularly when I'm speaking about the Hoyas. But do they really love being root bound? No, plants do not really like being root bound. Plants tolerate being root bound a little bit more better than others. And today, you guys, I'm just going to share with you some plants in my collection that I feel benefit from that. My first plant, you guys, I'm going to try to show some video footage somewhere around here, because this plant is not really here with me in my home. It's actually in my office, and that's one of the plants that I was gifted, and this my spider plant, as y'all can see. And this was an actual baby cutting that I got from a co-worker of mine. I say it's been over a year, about a year and a couple of months now, and she is very well grown into her own. She's to the point where she's starting to now shoot off babies. Now, I do know for spider plants, that's like another indication. So if you like, I'm going to show you an example. Well, not really an example, but I do have this Bonnie spider plant. And this is just what I was able to save. I had a big specimen of her at one particular point in time, you guys, and you probably seen me showcase her on my channel. And something went wrong. I don't know what went wrong, but I made a choice, and it wasn't the best choice for this plant. So I had to retreat in my action, and I was able to save what y'all see right here. Now, she's really growing into her own because she was very small. It was like a very baby droplet, and I don't think she was actually going to make it. But this growing season, it seems like she's really trying to come out of the damage that I gave her, might as well say. But the plant in my office is actually starting to be root bound. I do know that with spider plants, that when they start shooting out those babies, if you really want that look, don't be so quick to up pot her. Let her be as root bound as possible. It's kind of a crazy trick that we're playing on our plant babies that's giving out stress signals to them a little bit, and they're in panic mode. And so because this plant is known for self-propagation, she's going to spit them out. She's going to spit those babies out. Stressful for the plant, but it's giving us that aesthetic garden, that dangling of the babies. And I'm actually hoping that's what I'll be able to get with this plant. I don't plan on changing her out of the pot no time soon. She's nowhere near root bound. I have her just in this clear pot, and she hangs in my bedroom, you guys, so she's getting very subtle light. She's not getting intense light, and I feel like that's just the best way to go for her. I had the mother plant of this plant in here, and I don't know if the light was just a little bit too intense. She couldn't handle what the sunroom was giving, and also too, I was overwatering her because of that, because my perception of her drying out, and you know, it's just a learning curve nonetheless. But this is one plant that definitely loves, I feel, love being root bound, or it will produce and give you what you want from a plant parent's perspective when they are being root bound. Another plant, you guys, I have growing outside, and I brought her in just for this video. I'm about to put her back out on my front porch, and this is aloes. Aloes love being root bound as well, and you'll see that when they start growing those pups out on the side, they will start pushing those pups, and it will get a little bit fuller. But honestly, you guys, I don't even think I would want pups on this plant. You see how, because the way I have her aesthetically now, isn't this the cutest thing? That I really love how I'm growing her. So if she, in my personal opinion, if she was to grow a pup, it'd probably be best on this side where it's nothing. I'm sorry, this thing is heavy, got some weight to it. But very beautiful. This aloes are known to love being root bound as well. Like I said, they will show the signs of them being root bound. Usually, like I said, with the pups, I've come across, it's been my experience that you will see the pups come. Or, I mean, maybe she's just wanting to produce babies. But for the most part, this is another plant, you guys. I didn't want to talk about this plant, but it's true. And the reason why I didn't really want to talk about this plant, because I feel like this plant is always talked about in so many other different topics as far as low light, no light, and all that things. But I feel like I need to put the spotlight on the plant. It's just a common plant, or so we may think. Somebody may be actually offended by me saying this plant is common, but I don't know. I guess I'll find out in the comments, right? And this is one of my snake plants. Snake plants do love being root bound. Now this one I have not had long at all. I don't know when I recently acquired her, but I just not too long ago actually potted her up in this pot right here. She's only been in this pot probably maybe for like 2 months now. Now the main snake plant that I do have is growing on my front porch. She's just getting almost my height. She's too heavy to haul, and I definitely wasn't going to haul her all the way from my front to back here just for the sake of this video. So I just got the smaller, more easily carried one to show you guys. Now the one that I actually have on my front porch is very tall and packed, and she's growing a lot of babies. And as a matter of fact, this is the first year that my snake plant in the front has actually flowered for me, and I couldn't believe it. That was like, what? I mean, they're not very showy flowers, but it's just remarkable that a snake plant can either. It's just remarkable that a snake plant can flower. So what they will do as well, same thing. They will push out a lot of pups. And for snake plants, I really like the style of them pushing out a lot of pups. I love a very full and packed snake plant. This is my golden flame one, Sansevieria, or just Cena, whatever they call them now, but I'm still calling it Sansevieria. And I think a lot of other growers is calling it as well, because believe it or not, I have yet to see a name tag for a snake plant that says Dracaena. Have you? Comment, let me know. I would love to know that. But yeah, this is my golden flame one, and she has 3 plants in here. If I don't change her and I just really allow her to get extremely root bound, she will start pushing out pups, because like I said, the one that I have out front pushed out a lot of babies, and the bulbous part is actually popping out along the sides of the pot that I have her in. And so I'm going to leave her in there as long as I can. I really don't want to up pot her in any way. You know, sometimes too, root bound plants is very beneficial for growth of the plant. So not necessarily maybe extra shoots, but actual growth pattern. I'm about to show you an example. I feel is an example of that. But before I show you the example of that, the next plant, and I only had a total of 5. So right now we just seen 3 of them, and I'm about to show you the 4th one. This plant is one of my precious plants that I really am falling in love with more and more each growing season, and that's just my Cressula Jade. This plant is so effing pretty. And I really love the little tree one right here that just grew out from me putting a leaf right there. The leaf has been died off, probably, who knows, it's died off a while back, but it's grew this. And there's another one growing out. I don't even know if y'all can see it right here, little baby. So this one is what I've known enjoy being could possibly enjoy being root bound. Honestly, she may not, now think about it, she may not even enjoy being root bound. I put her in this planter, and she didn't really start pushing out these 2 babies until I put her in this planter. Honestly, I don't think she really started pushing out more growth until I slightly got her out the little pot. I only upsized her by a fraction, like maybe the next size up. I didn't go 2 extra sizes because I think she was like in a 4-inch planter, like plastic pot. You know how they be when you get them from Home Depot or Lowe's. And I think I got her from Lowe's 3 years ago. You know, she was really in a small planter, so she's really has gotten a little bit big and mature somewhat. I just can't wait for me to have her, like, for me to be a plant parent to say, okay, I've had this plant for 10 years or something along those lines. I think people who have those older collections, that's just so cool to me. That's just my personal opinion. But I upsized her, and what I did notice is that she grew a little bit more when I upsized her. So yeah, but I do feel like she enjoys being root bound. You'll get the best out of your plant. I don't know. Y'all let me know how much you love your jade. I'm quite sure y'all have some jades out there. Now, this last plant that I'm about to show you guys is going to be probably hard for me to get her in the frame. And I feel like she definitely loves being root bound. Yeah, I just recently actually potted her up this growing season, and that just seemed to do the trick for her. She just started pushing out new and bigger leaves. So again, fact or fiction, do they love being root bound or do they not love being root bound? Now I'm about to show you. She is heavy, golly. Y'all see this? This is my Ficus Ruby. I brought her, before I actually show you her leaves, as you can see. I brought her from outside. She's in my back. If y'all seen me do my outside garden tour, you've seen where I've shown this plant as one of the features. But I just upsized her pot probably before the growing season, and guys, she is just, it just sparked new life into her. I'm gonna see if I can turn, this is the biggest leaf right here. Guys, you can't even see my face. This plant is so, this leaf is so big. Like, look at my hand. Look. She is massive, and she's growing wild. You see, if you remember, she's just these two vines. And when I first brought her, she probably was the height of literally right here. So she has done a lot of growth up. Granted, I did lose a lot of the lower leaves here. You could tell by looking at the notches, and I can't, y'all see the notches on there. That's where the leaves have broken off or fell off, or I pulled them off because they was dying, and she's giving me all of this. So what I do plan on doing, I'm going to have to probably tie her up when I bring her in, because she's just, see how wide she is. It's going to take up too much space, although she's a very beautiful plant. Let's see. I don't even know, honestly, you guys. Look at the color. Beautiful. Now, this plant may not enjoy being root bound. Woo, I had to put that plant down, make sure I didn't hurt myself or her. This plant, though, however, y'all can actually see a little bit of her right here. This plant, I think, grew the best when I gave her more space. So, honestly, root bound, some plants enjoy being root bound, some plants don't. It's been my personal experience. I feel like the Jade and perhaps the Sansevier, the Jade, I don't know what's been going on lately, guys, with me getting these names mixed up, but y'all know what I be talking about. The Jade plant here and my Ficus ruby, I feel like jumped up in growth once I changed their pot. Been my experience where I get more successful outcome out of the spider plant, my snake plant, and my aloe if I leave them root bound. But what say you guys? What do you think? In your neck of the woods, from your personal experience, do you feel like any of these plants that I've shown you today, do they enjoy being root bound by providing you guys with more pups, more growth, a fuller pot? You know, share your comments. Or do you think, okay, what Pamela is saying is fluff and huff, huff and fluff, or whatever, and that hasn't been my experience, and I'm perfectly okay with that, because that's what this channel is about, just sharing our ideas, thoughts, and experiences from across the globe. So if you want to comment and let me know whether or not if you think that plants being root bound or not, is it enjoy being root bound, is it fact, or is it fiction? This ends this video, you guys. Keep in mind, if you love foliage as much as I do, and you love listening to planty things, as I mentioned before, subscribe to the channel, double check if you have not checked. Give me those thumbs up, you guys. Y'all thumbs up. I'm giving my clap and my thanks to you guys, as I've seen the change that those thumbs up have been making. I can't get this far without you guys. So, you know, please just continue riding along on this crazy plant journey that I'm on. I don't know when I'm going to stop or when I'm going to get off or whatever things I'm going to do. I just feel like right now I'm in a creative mode, you guys, and I don't know, I just want to bring you guys along for the ride if you're willing to get on my bus. So if you want to get on Full of Foliage bus, beep beep, hop on, because I'm waiting for you guys. Come on. But anyway, you guys, enjoy your day wherever you are in the world. And until next time, much love. Bye.